What's up, everyone? Here's a great meditation, an energetic practice for when you're going to eat foods. Something we could all really put in very diligent, full embodied, committed connection and practice of. So, when it comes to any foods that you're going to be eating, drinking, water even, you can even do this with anything. The air you breathe, the earth in which you touch, the body in which you so blessedly have. But a great one to bring to your food is a meditation revolving around clearing the energies and returning the original blueprints, original organic creation, consciousness, or energies, maybe sort of like left over from the consciousnesses of when the plants or the animal or whatever you're eating was more, in its living actual whole state. Can call in the clearing and the removal of any negative energies or any energies that are fully not its original coding, its original genetics, DNA, energetics from the original templates of organic living life, organic living creation and creation consciousness for the individuated source embodied sovereignty, you could say, even within like forms of plants or animals, intentions within the original intentions of what they were meant to be. They are meant to be, and that they always are or can be rather returned to with a very dearly devoted love and reverence to them. So simply you could do something like this, even if you've already eaten the food. Maybe you were really hungry or you're moving fast, you had a lot going on. You didn't fully take time to connect in and thank them or love them or clear them or charge them with living life force energy, attuned to your own specific body, DNA, and organ systems energy body to really assimilate the energies. In a cohesive, clear, whole relationship, as into receiving these beautiful gifts of energy to nourish our beautiful bodies, multidimensionally as physically, of course. So simply we can do something like this, just holding our hands, connecting in their mind and our heart. Well, connecting to our hearts first. Really tuning in and breathing in that space. Connecting that in with our bodies, our bellies, kind of like the sacral root areas and solar plexus, kind of feeling like those organ major areas digestive wise and just in general the body. Connecting with the mind, letting the mind just follow with the full somatic feelings in your body within the intentions of feeling to purify and clarify, but really it comes first by surrendering and allowing us to fully legitimize, actualize our connections psionically, energetically, psychically, full heart with heart, brain, our gut brain in alignment, feeling as if we are them, that is our body, any of the animals, the plants, or however we're eating, or the waters, feeling into their energetic and physical structures. In that we can you'll begin, as you practice that, begin to really feel like you're in them, you're in there, you're part of them, and from there you can bring in with intentions any sort of energetics, vibrations, frequencies of which you're kind of like inserting, but yet connecting in with the genetic structure of those forms of life, forms of creation of Mother Earth, and of anywhere else in which they're connected, of course, throughout all time, space, dimension, galactically. You can even tune into them so deeply as you can actually tune into them so deeply. Slightly a side thing. Maybe this is something to mention later. So, yeah, back on track. You can feel into them, connecting into them. Well, I guess it is actually on track. Connect and feel like the lands, the plants, the lands of which they come from, the animals, the plants around them, the air, the people, they're connected and growing and nurturing to relative degrees of which they were or not. And grown, cultivated, or assist and support cultivating their own individuals, collective grouping and individual like plant cells consciousness of becoming a more of a greater form of potential within their growth. Of course, that varies throughout like everywhere in the world and the type of farming, or they're submitted to, I guess you could say it, they're subject to, rather, not submitted, I guess, but in some sense. You can feel that, and so then you can start just generally, because like in this world now, it's kind of good to do this for any and all of our foods whatsoever, and to be just aware of those sources in general, that we're not only supporting, but that we're ingesting those energies from connection with all the different people, and like not just people, but beings multidimensionally, entities or consciousnesses, land spaces, and the grid systems of which there may be more or less portions of the grids which they're connected to directly in that space, that may be a little more or less kind of corrupted, you could say, or that need greater healing and clearing to bring in like the new grids that we are steadily right now building up these over these years into the next a couple, or 1 year really. Anyway, we have the power to fully connect in with them and command a clarification and a purification, to return them to their original soul, source, essence themselves as they are. And for the genetic structures and energies to begin to slowly restructure into that and be in alignment, like I said, with your own body, your own energies, to fully receive the nutrients you're meant to fully energize you, to fully, in the highest reverence, receive them. Because it's even through that practice that we're just opening ourselves to receive, to fully just receive the foods that we're eating with a complete, like, actual physical and energetic body opening, heart opening, to allow them to fully assimilate in, so they don't get, so no portions of our muscles or organs are tense or stuck, which could hinder our digestion and receiving of the nutrients, the energies of those foods. So like a simple practice would be, like I said, kind of aligning your heart, your belly, your mind, so like your whole consciousness field of self into the moment, feeling into the physicality and energetics of the food, maybe placing your hands over, you don't have to. How everyone's different, you can do it purely with just psionics without any body movement, but it does help to incorporate the body embodyingly with the psionics and or energetics that we're committing to practice and do in service to all creation, or even just simply like this with our food, which is still in service because you're totally connecting in with those plants or animals from nature in the highest love and reverence. So we would do that. Whoa. And we can fully, again, bring those intentions of clarification and purification. We can envision like a white light or a golden light, something like that, or anything like that, or specific geometries that helps you kind of encode and envision the feelings of purification or clarification. Even just purely. But what we can even more beyond that, to just allow the mind to fully align with the heart and the body, is absolutely feel. and feel those energies like rove and radiate and flow throughout your body, throughout your electromagnetic fields, your auric field, throughout the physical body, and begin to feel the relaxations and openings and like the digestions of your own body like begin to shift and change because you're activating them. Feeling into them, giving so much love and gratitude, feelings of purification. Any negative energies, if any people, places, things, events, situations, entities, beings, parasites, or false thought forms and programs, or false inverted energetics within the grids and or consciousnesses of people, places, and things and events multidimensionally, that has any way affected the organic, whole, true growth of that plant or that animal in its truest organic sense, and its true potential is meant to be in a world with humans that are even more consciously working together with so much love and unity with nature, to feel and hear their energies and their consciousnesses, giving so much love and reverence, thanking them for them being your food so deeply. That full just love and devotion of being so joyful, being so honored to be alive, to have these bodies, to be in this human experience in this mystery school of earth, in your own individual mystery school. Feeling into them, bringing that energy, and with your own galactics, angels, or masters, ancestors, your own spirit guides and guardians, your highest, truest potential as a human being in this life, for this mission that your truest, highest oversoul self has mapped out for you to live, into connecting with just your highest source connected aspect and embodied self, to bring in those energies with God, with source of all creation, to command a purification, to command those clearings within them. And for the DNA and genetics of each of those foods to be realigned with its original blueprints of organic living creation, its original makeup, infusing and giving your life force to charge and allow this to take place. You can take as long as you need with this. A longer process would provide greater results, yield greater results most potentially, especially when just practicing, just beginning to. Feeling and working until to a completion with yourself, even if you're hungry in that space. Open your body and allow yourself be fully prepared and so much love to actually receive the food by doing these practices to help return them to that original essence, the original soul consciousness that was in those plants, connected in with those bodies, connected in with those animals. And the plants as bodies, just the same, different kinds like yours. And asking them and feeling with them in a full loving agreement, feeling with that life force, feeling with that reverence to be received into your body in a full co-creative or co-agreed relationship. The more and more you put true energetics, true emotion, and true feeling into that, the more effect you'll have on that as well as anything. With the mind imaginings, envisioning intentions to combine and align together with that as might be needed. But if we're able to, the ability of which we're able to fully surrender proportionately and do that thing without any blockage or any holdback, and fully trusting and believing in ourselves, it's directly proportional of the work that will be done. The energetics, the what will transpire in that moment in agreement. You can connect with like the original soul consciousness energies of those foods to work with the clarification, to work with the restructuring of the energies and genetics to align with what they're meant to be. So like as you're like preparing a dish, cooking a meal, you can be doing that too and really have that intention focused the whole way through, and then sit with that more after or during at some point. So when you fully sit to receive it, your body is open and ready. foods are open and ready to be assimilated, connected with your genetics and your DNA to work in a cohesion, a coherency, and an agreement, like I said. Because you're bringing in foreign material. You're bringing in foreign DNA that is not your own from another source, then feeding that into your body directly and amalgamifying it with your body. Alchemically mixing, alchemically combining it with your body to begin to help your body be in this most healthful, nourished state, and your cells to work with that to build upon for new expansion, new growth within your body, cellularly and energetically as well. And depending on the sources where we get food, of course, the energies that we're allowing into our field, allowing into our bodies is going to, especially if we're not doing that practice, you'll feel it, it'll affect you, be a lower vibe or higher vibe, depending on where and what and how they're growing, how they're connected with, how they're cultivated and loved or nurtured or not, like I said. But if we do that practice anyway, with like no excuses and just step or honor that with fullness, it's not only great for us, but it's great for everyone in the whole collective, and it's something that'll begin slowly restructuring if you want to expand it out that much, into the collective consciousness fields of humanity as well. So when you go to receive and intake that food, you'll notice a very big change in the actual flavor of the foods or the water, in the energetics and the feeling of taking it. It's entirely different. It'll change 100% if you're really digging deep and you're practicing that and, growing with it and expanding with it, of course. You'll notice that. It'll energize you more. It'll nourish you more. Maybe you'll be able to eat slower with more conscious awareness and connectedness, as we're meant to anyway. So doing this practice can help you slow down and really honor in that reverence to slow down and chew your food. Really, literally chew and pre-digest, connect with, feel it deeply in your body, in that full embodied living moment with that sacred moment, the sacred, even just like practice, I guess you could say. Someone is eating food, but the practice of that for the food. You'll notice how much it changes. It's a very big deal. You can do so much with that infinitely creatively with our psionics, our imagination, our psychic energies, our heart, our emotions, our energetics, as we learn more so to tune into our subtle energetic fields. Subtle energetics of our body in every way, so that we can perceive and feel these. And even just through doing this practice is actually an exactly great, perfect practice for cultivating subtle energetic awareness, subtle energetic sensing, and bringing online more of your fuller spectrum human senses, like the 12 senses of which we basely are meant to have. But more can that expand with, because all of us have different kind of DNA kind of strand subsets of which we're able to really activate or already have activated, and just have to reactivate back online in fullness and consciousness in these bodies. There's a lot of different, every human is capable of the same things and so much more and different, uniquely individual, but everyone's at a kind of different level, consciously, energetically, and from kind of like the get-go, with their own like genetic and family line lineage of DNA, and then how we can directly participate consciously with that within our full intentions to upgrade DNA, to upgrade our bodies, to upgrade our consciousness, to expand and raise the vibration, raise the frequency, and a full conscious clarity, and the responsibility more that comes with that to really take care of ourselves and to be doing that work. We can directly participate in all of our growth, expansion, ascension on every layer level 100% if we're willing to do that and put in the work of, quite frankly, would be absolute like fuller spectrum human living. and acknowledging the responsibility and the beautiful blessing it is to have this life, and just tuning into our hearts and spirits more, our souls, and begin to bring everything out from there and follow everything that comes to us to help grow in every way that we need to, and learn what we need to wake up to our missions and our, like I said, from our higher selves and oversouls that have been pre-created by us, by ourselves, in agreement with God for the highest harmony, unity, healing, upgrading, ascension of all of creation at these times. Yeah, so give that one a try. Hopefully you're able to capture everything you need from this video. Give that a try. Bless your food, love your food, thank your food. Excuse me, I've only just eaten and actually did that, so burping while doing this. But yeah, connect in, bless your food, love, thank it. Try the purification methods in any way creatively unique for you, but all you have to do is feel into, connect in, intend it more and more. This will bring subtle energetic awareness, greater subtle energetic awareness training. This is actually one of the greater ways how I began. So simply. So, love you. Thank you. Blessings to your practices, your training, your mission, my friends. I love you.